Hey doing guys, this is Joe with LVV. We got David working on this L84 Aqua stat for this Peerless boiler. We were here yesterday and circulators are running, but the boiler's not kicking on. Okay, have no power down there by the control. We got 120 coming into this control. The relay's clicking in, which gives power to the circulator and to the B1, B2, okay? But it's not giving power to the actual boiler. So internally, B1, B2 is not getting connection. I actually pulled it out yesterday. I saw a burn mark in the back, which I'll show you in a little bit. Okay. All right, so the way it comes out, guys, is it just slides right inside there, and then there's a screw. Let me see on the side. Turn that. The other way. Keep turning. Keep turning. Keep turning. Hey, right there. All right, right. Where is it? Show. Point to that right there. See? That screw just locks it right in the back, and it just hangs there. So this goes into the well. That's called the well. All right. This is a temperature probe. All right. Turn it facing me. Facing. Keep going. This here, guys, this is what keeps the temperature of the boiler, okay? When power comes in, it goes to the transformer, and then the power is sitting right here. And one will energize right to the top of the Aqua stat. And if the water in the boiler is not hot enough, it'll connect these two together, which will give power to the boiler. Okay, so when this closes, it automatically gives power to the circulator, which is C1, C2. Keep that looking over here. There you go. And it'll also give power to here. And like I said, if the water in the boiler is not hot enough, this will close and then the boiler will kick on. Okay? If the boiler is already warmed up with water, this will stay, the energy will go from here to here and stay there until the water in the boiler gets cold, and then it'll kick the boiler back on. Okay? But 120 comes right here. It sits there until TT tells this relay to close. When that closes, it's a straight run here to here. That will always give power, okay, as long as the circuitry in the back is good. This, all right, will give energy to two spots. Like I said, C1, and then right to this wire, which goes right to the top of the B, comes out the R, which that's R right there, and then goes to the boiler, okay? So if the water is satisfied with whatever temperature you set it, 180, 190, the boiler will not kick on. Okay, if it's cold, then everything will kick on right at the same time. Okay, we were not getting power here. We'll show you in a minute why that is, because it's all burnt up in the back. So what I did, turn it one more time, David. I had to take B1 and B2 and put it right on circulator 1 and circulator 2. That's dangerous if you don't stick around, because what you're doing is now you're bypassing the Aqua, the thermostat, and that will take the water up to as high as it can and make steam eventually, okay? So you don't want to leave it like that. What we did was I put it here, got everything to fire up, got them to have a hot, full indirect tank so they could take showers and everything like that, and then we shut the power off, all right there, okay? Did not let them use it ever again after that until we got the actual Aqua stat. And now we have a new one, which is right here, okay? Brand new. From Residio, and we're gonna swap it right out. All right, give me a couple minutes, and we'll show you what's going on. Just back and forth like that. That's it. Oh, back and forth, just like that. It'll come off. All right, so we're just gonna prep it. Take off all the spots for the wire ties. You know, the wire nuts inside there, and I'm going to take the two at the bottom. These two, thermostat's going to go through there, high voltage there, and then the two other spots. Just back and forth. You're not going to go with muscle, just 1, 2, 1, 2. That's it. That's how they come off. Okay? And remember, guys, if it's hard to do, when you're threading a pipe or you're doing anything electrical, if it's hard, it's probably wrong, okay? If it doesn't go easy, you're probably doing something wrong. So just go back and forth, just back and forth like that. I get in there across the whole way. Let go. Right there. Open. Go right. Go right there. Like that. And then 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. Okay. All right. So now let's put that around. Now this helps the conductivity. All right, with the heat. All right. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna put that straight. Open that up. Pull it straight. So it's going straight out. There you go. Now take this. All right. Go ahead. Just push it up and just get it on the bulb. Just grab here and just spread it on there. That helps with heat transfer, guys. That's the pack that comes in, just right up there. That's it. Don't go down below. Right onto just the bulb. Just go up, like you're painting a brush straight up. Just up, not down. I don't want it to clump down on everything else. All right, that looks good. You have the whole thing on the other side too? Yeah? Yeah, all right, good. All right, and then what I do is I put it right here too, okay? So when you stick it right through, it'll go right into there. You really want it inside that well so it transfers the heat to the bulb and you get an accurate reading. All right, no. Let go. All right, guys, so now David got all that silver stuff everywhere. So he wanted to transfer the heat to everybody. He was being very generous. Anyway, we got it all off. Now we're going to stick it right into the well. Go ahead. There you go. You're going to get it right in there. All the way through. Go ahead. All the way in. Hold on. Hold on. Let's have it to adjust. All right, guys. So we said adjust a little bit. Just open up the screw in the back over here, wiggle it in a little more, and then fasten it down. So see that screw here? So I do. That screw there goes right to the back. It attaches to the well. And now he's just gonna start putting everything back in. Okay. And David, in the car, we're gonna grab the clamp, okay, for the wire. Okay, so we'll put this in last. Let's put all the other ones. Power is gonna go here. C1 for the circulators right there. B1 and B2 is for the burner right there. And we'll show you the finished product while the boiler's running up. All right. All right, guys. So this is the back of the control. See, that's the front of the control right there. Okay, you see how it's burnt up. So one of these the contact here, right there, the contact there was not allowing see, it was burnt here and here. So the one that goes directly to the C1, C2 was fine, but the ones that go down through here to the front, which is the BR, which is the B, and then you have the R, okay? Those two connections are burnt up. So that's why I wasn't going to the Aqua part, okay? And then going through, all right? So this is where I was faulty. It was all burnt up in the back. Normally when you have something like that, you'll find it when you take it apart, okay? And now what we did is we put it all together here, and I'll go through real quick. Can I have the light, please? Let's go through the cycle so you guys know exactly what's going on. Do me a favor, give me the wire thing.
It's on the side, right?
Yeah, open the back door and it's right up on top.
Okay.
To the left. All right, so you got line voltage coming in here, see? This line voltage right to the power switch. So we got L1 and 2. It's connected to 3. That 3, all right, is connected right here. All right, guys? And it will go through here, down there to the red that turns on the boiler, as well as they're connected to the C1 as well, okay? Boiler water, if it's cold, this will close, boiler will turn on. If it's open, that's because whatever it's set over here, 180, 190, that means the water in the back inside the boiler is already that temperature. So it'll only turn on the C1, okay? And this will stay open until the boiler temperature right there needs it, and then the boiler will turn on too, okay? So 120 comes through, all right? And it's gonna sit right over here in the back of that board, all right? And then when the TT, which we're gonna hook up in a second, okay, when that TT closes, it'll close this right here, this contact, this relay. Once that does, when that closes, energy will go here, energy will go there, okay? And circulators start, so it closes here, comes through to here, and it comes to here, all right? And if the boiler needs hot water, boiler turns on, because then that will go from the B through to the R right there, and then turns the boiler right on, okay, guys? So this is a straight run. The C1 is a straight run when this closes, and the B is in between here, okay? It goes from here, through here, down here, inside, turning that boiler on if that water's not warm enough. All right, guys? Transformer sometimes goes bad. The board in the back can go bad. The contacts over here can go bad. All right? So those are things to look for. All right? I'll show you when the thing's up and running, but that's the flow of the electricity. All right, guys? Thank you. All right, guys, so boiler's running. Okay. We're all tied in. 120 right there. Like I said, that 120 will go through and it stops right here. The TT will make this relay close. Now the 120 will go directly to the one circulator, okay? And then this power here will stop. We'll go from B to the top of the B. Then it'll come out of the red. And then it will come over here. Only if the temperature, right now it's set around 185, 190. So if the temperature of that water is not above what it's set at, then the boiler will stay off, okay? Once this closes, then the boiler will turn on at the same time. So don't be worried if the circulator stays going but the boiler shuts off. You have to make sure that the temperature, okay, is going to be right around that 185, 190, okay? If it's below that and the boiler is not turning on, then you have an issue, okay? But you should have 120 here, you should have 120 here, because oil-fired boilers, the B1 and B2 are 120. If it's a gas-fired boiler, they're the 24 volts, okay? So this whole thing here is basically 120 except for the TT. Okay, that's what that transformer is there for. Okay, 120 goes to that, and then that steps it to 24 volts, which goes to one side of the T, goes up to the thermostat, back down. Okay, and then it makes the relay shut or close or make, and then that will make the high voltage go to where it needs to go. All right, guys. So job's done. All set. Beautiful. All right, guys. See you guys next time. If you like, you guys can subscribe. And if you have any comments or any questions, don't hesitate. See you next time.